What's up, y'all? Nice to see you again. Now, before we get started, I just want to tell you that this following video, I may say some shit that might offend you. But, honestly, the only reason I'm making this video, because this shit frustrated the fuck out of me. And, without further ado, let me explain to you the story that happened just the other day. So, coming back from getting my hair cut, me and the homegirl sitting in the car, you know what I'm saying, just conversating, driving down the highway, you know what I'm saying, doing what we normally do. And then I look over at a church that I always ran past. Now, I'm not going to talk bad about the church for being a church, but I am going to point out what the fuck they did that disgusted the fuck out of me. Now, I look over, and the church is kind of like on a farmland, so it's just nothing but church and like wide open spaces from left to right. And in the front of the church, you know, where the highway is, you see a lot of little crosses on the ground, and they're all light blue and pink. And I look over, and immediately I assume that those colors usually mean babies, so I assume that this is for, you know, just trying to think optimistic, you know, saying for starving kids or child soldiers or just anything like that. Nope, it was exactly what I predicted. And if you haven't guessed this shit by now, you're a better person than I am, because I guessed this shit and I just didn't want to admit it. But I read the sign that was right next to these crosses, and I couldn't read it all because, mind you, I was on the highway, we were going 50. I couldn't read the whole sign. But from what I've read from it, I guess the cross represents all of the unborn babies that get lost during abortion. The only reason that this shit pisses me off to no end is because it's just another case of religion trying to control every motherfucking thing in the world, especially women's choices. Now, I'm not trying to get on religion. I'm not. And this happened to be a Catholic church. I'm not trying to get on the Catholic faith. But what I am saying is, I'm just so sick and tired of these niggas basically just trying to run, you know, people's lives, you know what I'm saying, with shit that really doesn't affect anyone else. And I could have sworn, no matter what you say about me or about the church, I could have sworn at the end of the day, this boils down to a woman's choice. So, why is this church and churches like this church use scare tactics to just make women feel monstrous for their choice? It is their choice, after all, to get an abortion if they so choose. So if they choose to get an abortion, they're not bad people. They're not bad people. They're not heathens. They're still the same. They're still the same religious people that you know and love, or they might not be religious, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So, and I could have sworn we live in the real world to where we do have choices, and if we take people's choices away, some of you guys are the first to say how American you feel and how American you are. But let me ask you this question: if you take away our choices in this country, how American or how patriotic is that? But you can say that, you know, if we let people get abortions, then God's going to stop us on the foot, and you kind of miss me with that logic. But if that's the way you think, to each his own. I'm not pushing my beliefs on anybody. I'm not even pushing my beliefs on anybody by making this video, because I already know half you motherfuckers who gonna watch this video ain't really gonna listen to a word I just said. And I know you think I'm wasting my time, but I'm just trying to get this shit off my chest, to be completely and totally honest with you. So, I hope you got something out of this, because that shit was just extremely wrong, and I don't know how you can even be cool with that, to put light blue and pink crosses and say these represents the babies of abortion. I mean, what the fuck are you trying to say? Honestly. In the end, can we just be real about this? And please stop pushing your beliefs on other people. That's all I'm saying. So, this is my random ass video. I mean, I really didn't think I was going to come out with. So, as always, hope you got something out of this, and deuces.